Hi YouTube, it's Call Me Beauty 12. I'm doing a video today. I know I have been gone from YouTube for, it's been a long time I guess. The last time I made a video was like July I think. So yeah, I eventually will make a video talking a little bit about why I didn't have to, but decided to just stop making videos for a while. I knew that I would come back. It just was a matter of when I was able to fit it into my life. It's just been an interesting few months, and I will go into detail about that on another video. But I just need to keep this video short and just quick, just to get myself back into the swing of things, and also lighthearted and well, it's a serious topic, but I don't know. So I do have a little quick story time for you guys, and no, I'm not done with my story times. Like I said, I had to cut my video making over the summer, so I didn't get a chance to finish my story time series about my hell dates. But your girl will be back talking about that, and they'll all be dates from years ago. Anyway, so I have a question. Okay, I don't have any kids. I know a lot of people who do have kids. I work with kids. However, I was just curious. So what age, like, can you whip kids? Okay, so this is what happened, right? Now, I have been, in public before, and I've seen kids act up, because, sometimes kids act up or whatever, but today, I don't know, something about it just wasn't right to me. Like, okay, so I'm at the movie theaters, right, and I'm in, well, it all started back when I was in line for the actual ticket, and it just continued on. So I'm in line for the ticket, I'm behind this woman. She had 3 little boys or whatever, and she was there. Look, I'm assuming it was their grandmother. She was with an elderly woman. Well, I'm assuming it was her mother. I mean, I just assumed it was the grandma, because I think I heard her say something about the grandma, telling the kids about the grandma. So, now mind you, she had kids, looked like the oldest one couldn't have been no older than like 8. I want to say 7 or 8-ish. The other one maybe was like 4, maybe, I don't know. And she had a little baby with her, and the baby was like walking age, but the baby couldn't have been no more than 2, between the ages of 1 and 2. That was the one that this story really is about, because he was bad as hell. Okay, now, I know it's not right calling kids bad, but he was something else. Like, the other 2 was pretty, to me, it seemed like they were mild-tempered. I mean, they was all getting on the mama nerves. That's another thing. It's kind of about the mama, too. Okay. Now, she wasn't no young mom. She wasn't like no teenager, no early 20s. She looked like she was a regular mother age, it seemed like maybe she was established or whatever. I don't know. I didn't see a dad with them. I don't know if she was married or she was a single mom, but she looked so through with them kids. Like, just looking at her face, she just looked so like irritated, like they wasn't her kids, basically. Like, I guess they was getting on her nerves. I know the baby. Okay, so in the line, the baby was like, crying, fussing, whining. At first, I didn't pay it no mind, because, like I said, that's what 1 to 2 year olds do, right? They was crying. He was crying, whining, fussing, and she was like, like, oh, what's wrong with you? Da 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 da. So I wasn't paying attention. I was on my phone. Then I noticed he just kept whining. I was like, ugh, that's a little annoying. But anyway, so they finally got the tickets or whatever, and I was right behind them, and I got my ticket, so I went in line to get some popcorn. And of course, there they go. They in the line too. And that line was so super long. So it gets worse and worse. Like, I noticed that the baby just was continuously fussing, whining, throwing tantrums. The other 2 was just getting on her nerves, like asking her a whole bunch of questions, playing too. But the baby was the one that was really bad. That baby was like tearing up the you know how they have the little I don't know what you call it, the tape, so you can't cross it. The line thing. When you in line, you know what I'm talking about. Okay, I don't know what it's called. They was like pushing that down. The baby was like bucking at the other little kids, a little white boy like next to him or whatever. Oh, and I meant to say this family was black. I don't know if that had nothing to do with it, but yeah, okay. And the mom, like I said, the mom didn't look like no young, like, you know, hood, ratchet mom. She looked like just your everyday mother. So it was just strange. Like her child was like just out of control there. And she was like not, she was just like whatever. Like you could tell that she was so irritated. She was so done, but like she wasn't doing nothing. And the baby was getting worse and worse. Okay, the baby done moved throughout the line. She's all the way up there. The baby done went all the way back there, started messing, bullying other kids. Like the baby was like no older than 2. He was walking, but he was a baby. He wasn't talking. He was still in diapers. But he was like 1.5, maybe between 1 and 2. Like you could tell, you know, terrible 2, getting to the terrible 2s or whatever. So the baby was like bucking at the other little kids and just causing a ruckus. And I was like, it was weird because I was looking at the grandmother because I was like, okay, the mom done ignored the baby. So I was like, maybe the grandma gonna be like, you know, let me help her or whatever. So the grandma for the most part was like just, she was not fooling with those kids. She was just basically like, these are her kids. I'm not gonna mess with it, whatever. But then the baby got so bad to the point that she had to step in. So she like kind of tried to take the baby's hand. The baby kept pulling away from her, and then I was kind of like, so she let him be. She was like, I'm not fooling with it, whatever. So the line started to move, right? The mom, she's in the line, following the line. The other little kids, they cutting up too though, but not as bad as the baby. Tell me why this lady done left her baby in the back of the line, like way paces ahead of the baby. The baby is back here cutting up, and I'm looking like, so you just gonna leave your baby? So we moving ahead, people pass. So you know what? She didn't give a damn, so I didn't care neither. So I walked right past that little baby. I was like, shit, I'm finna skip you. So she's all ahead. Oh shit. So I get up there, I'm behind her, right? The baby is nowhere. I kept my eye on her baby. She wasn't even keeping her eye on her baby. I was keeping an eye on the baby, and I was trying to get her attention. Because she's on her phone at this point, like, I'm tired of these kids, whatever. So I said, ma'am, your baby is back, and everybody else is behind her looking at her like, what in the world? They about to say the same thing, like, ma'am, you need to get your baby. So she was like, then she looked up, she's like, oh, I was about to say, where'd he go? Where? She was like, where did he go? But it was very clear. It kind of seemed like she wanted to leave him. Like, she was like, should somebody take him? Oh, well. Like, that's what it seemed like. I know that sounds bad, but she was really like anybody could have snatched her baby up because the baby is so little and the adults was all in line. Like, people just passed the baby. And so I was trying to get her attention just in case, like, someone could snatch her baby. I was like, ma'am, you know, your baby is still all the way back in the back of the line. She's like, oh. So then this is the kicker, y'all. So they finally get to the concession, right? It was a long line. We was in line for a while. So she finally gets to the front of the concession stand. It got worse. When I say full on tantrum now, the kids was cutting up. The baby was like throwing stuff off the shelf, crying, screaming, just out of control. So the mom is just, I don't know what, she's not doing really much. The grandma tried to get the baby hand again, like, you know, like, try to do something. It didn't help much, but she tried to do something. When I say that baby snatched away from her, and so she left him alone. She walked away. She's like, man, whatever. She turned around. That baby came back. Do you know that baby came back to the grandma and started hitting the grandma? When I say I thought I was watching TV. I was looking like, I was waiting for something to happen. That baby came back and was like, started slapping at the grandma. And the mama didn't do nothing. I was like, I don't understand. Like, the baby was out of control. Like, just her kids was out of control, to be honest. But really, just the baby, really. And the grandma didn't do nothing. I was like, I know for a fact, I don't remember my 2-year-old days, but I'm pretty sure if I would have done something like that, it would have been something would have been done. Like, I just don't see that happening And I just kept thinking, I try to put myself in people's shoes before I judge and be like, oh, she need to do da da da, and I don't have no kids. So I was like, if I had a 2-year-old, I mean, can't you whip them? Cause I probably would have got that baby a whipping. Is that wrong? I mean, if you whip your kids, what's the age? I really don't know, because I thought that that was a whipping age. I thought you could, you know what I'm saying, not beat, of course, but like, I thought you could give them whippings. Is it just her? Do everybody 2-year-old do that? Like hit their grandma and hit their mom and stuff? Okay, please comment what it is, because clearly I don't know. I'm really lost in the loop. So anyway, that's my story time for today. It really was just, I was just in shock, to be honest. But I hope you enjoyed the story time today, and I will be back. It's just been an interesting year so far. So I will be back, you know, with my other story times and my other beauty blogs and other. I'm gonna try to do some more vlogging too. I've never done vlogging. Not never really. I've never done it. So I'm gonna try, and I'm gonna try to get my channel back up and running. So until next time.